Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, a returning investy bestie, thank y'all so much for coming back. I do appreciate it. As always, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a fiduciary. I am an investor. I'm in the markets like you, buying and holding long term with real money. This is not play money. We work hard for what we have and we're trying to just make it work for us so we can get to financial freedom. So if you want some motivation, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And as always, beware of scammers and fake pages. Okay, so I am in Fidelity and I wanted to make a video talking about, I would, in my opinion, like a good low risk ETF, a fund that isn't so caught up in the whole AI tech hype, because I do think it's important to make sure when you are building your portfolios that you are diversified even among the sectors. Right now, a lot of us just by default of FXAIX, SCHG, VOO, the QQQs, a lot of the top holdings in that is technology. I mean, if you just look at the top 10 holdings, you're probably going to see NVIDIA, uh, Google, Microsoft, Apple, probably Micron, Broadcom, and those are all solid companies, but there's more to the stock market besides that. And you want to make sure that you are protecting your portfolio against downturns. You want to make sure you have some good, solid blue chip companies, some good funds, that can keep your portfolio afloat when the market pulls back. Now, depending on when you see this video, I mean, you're going to see it on a Monday, but the market could be up, it could be down. But I think what has helped us a lot these past 12 years now of investing is making sure our portfolio can withstand the pullbacks. That is the key. Growth is great. Dividends are great. But we want to also make sure our portfolio can withstand pullbacks because it gets real sometimes. When the Dow is down 1,000 points, the NASDAQ is down 800 points, the S&P 500 is down 500. That's a lot. And having our portfolios just even killed I think is a good strategy for us. Okay, I can't tell you what to do, but I'm just sharing with you our thought process. Okay, so and here I have an older Roth IRA. Remember, it's my husband and myself, and we do split up our Roth IRAs by year. It's just something we do. You don't have to follow this. The fact is, or the point is, you just want to make sure you're investing in a Roth IRA. But back in 2022, we put $6,000 in here. So you can see our cost basis right there is $6,000. I'll go over there in a minute. But we decided to buy FELV, ticker symbol FELV. That is the Fidelity Enhanced Large Cap Value ETF. It's a whole mouthful. But the ticker symbol is FELV, right? So this is not FXAIX. This is, to me, something a little bit more conservative. Like I said, low risk. More a little bit diversified, and I wanted something that was more value based, more blue chip based, and not just so heavily focused or concentrated in the tech sector. Okay, so if I come down back over here, you can see our current position. So I'm filming this on Thursday, May 14th. Okay, so you can see that the last price was $38.52. It is pre-market right now. You can see that the total gain of this is 57.35%. So I literally back in 2022, I bought the fund and that was it. I added no more money, just maxed it out, moved on with my life. So it's been, what, 4 years now? Wow, that's crazy. 4 years go by so fast. But 4 years, and it's just a testament to compound interest. And again, low exposure. So could we have made more if this was all in AI or all in tech or all in NVIDIA? Absolutely. But this is one of the anchors of this ship that we have. We want a good anchor to it. So when the sea gets rocky and bumpy and the waves are kind of going to and fro, the anchor is keeping us afloat. And so you can see the current value of this. Again, we put $6,000 in here, right? You see it right there. It's cost basis. is now $9,441.17. So this will be $10,000 probably within a year. And we just put in $6,000. So you can see that the current quantity or how many shares we have in FELV is 245.09 shares. 245.09 shares. Now, the dividend is reinvested back into this position, so and it's set up automatically. You can see like the whole manage dividends tab right here in Fidelity. They make it super easy for you. You can have all of your positions with the dividend reinvested, or you can pick and choose. So a lot of people like myself like to pick and choose. Sometimes we will take that dividend we received in one stock or in one fund and use that to build up a position somewhere else. But again, it's just a testament to you don't have to have anything crazy. If I come back over here, let me show you some of the holdings in this. Okay? Look at this. Let me move my face. So look at the sector allocation. Let me move my face some more so I can so you can see the whole thing. Okay. Sector allocation. So you see right here, technology, only 10.27% of this particular fund is in this sector, which I really like. I really like. Healthcare, 12.04%. Industrials, 13.77%. Financials, 18.33%. This is why I like FELV. Look at this. Consumer discretionary, 8.35%. Communications, 7.13%. Do you see consumer staples? You have energy, materials, real estate, etc. But I like how this is balanced, okay? Let's look at the top 25 holdings. We have Berkshire. We have Micron. So again, you still have a little bit of exposure to the tech AI space because Micron, which has been performing really, really well, is in this particular fund. JP Morgan Chase, that's financials. Amazon, Google, ExxonMobil. You have one of the Fidelity funds in here. You have Intel, Alphabet. Let me just scroll down. You have Johnson & Johnson, Walmart, United Health, Cisco Systems. Scroll down. RTX, Chevron, Philip Morris, Welltower, AT&T. Morgan Stanley, Procter Gamble, another Fidelity-based fund, Goldman Sachs, Wells Fargo, even Charles Schwab is in here. Okay, guys? So yeah, solid companies, in my opinion, anyway. And again, I like how the portfolio is balanced and weighted, okay? If I come to dividends, so FELV also pay a dividend. It has a dividend yield of 1.55%. Now it does pay 60 cents per share annually, so it's not a whole lot. But again, this is not a fund for dividend income. This is a fund to get exposure to, I would say, some growth, but blue chip value based companies that isn't so much in the tech sector, which is what I really like. If you come down here, you can see the last dividend was paid out March 20th, 2026 for 16 cents per share. It was paid on March 24th, and you can see it pays quarterly. So you can kind of see all of it right there. So let me know, guys, down below what fund or stock even that you own that is like one of your anchors to your portfolio. One of your anchors, right? It's important to have that, an anchor to your portfolio. Let me know down below because I love getting other people's opinions and ideas and how you guys are thinking when it comes to your strategy. But again, I mean, this is a really good fund. Look at the assets. It's 2.98 billion with the B. It was the inception date was April of 2007, which is that's a long time. I mean, that's my daughter was born in 2006, so this is 18 years old. So solid, been around for a minute. It's up over 28.28% the past year, so I can't be mad at that. So again, guys, let me know down below one of the anchors to your portfolio. Again, guys, if you want to join our investment summer school, information is down below. Thank you to all of you who have signed up. You should have gotten your free spreadsheet and your digital download and your private video from me. So, and to all of you who are in my investment planner group, you should have gotten your private video and an email from me as well. I love just checking in with you guys, helping you to stay accountable, providing, things that can help you to be consistent on this journey. Again, guys, thank you so much. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Hype the video if it gives you that opportunity. It allows the algorithm or YouTube to push this. But again, guys, thank you so much. And until next time, you already know, I'll see you in my next one. Bye-bye.